Welcome to Quranomics. I am Qadi Tayyib, and this is part 7 from the Islam of the Quran to the Islam of the Hadith. Imam Al-Shafi'i, the true founder of traditional Sunni Islam religion. Now, the title Al-Shafi'i accepting suspicious narrators. Now, even though after Shafi'i was accepting lower numbers, lower requirements, below what the Quran states to, Shafi'i requires one. Now he's going to accept suspicious characters, breaking his own rules because he has his own excuses for everything. A Shafi'i who permits the numerical quorum for the narrator to be half, or quarter of the number of witnesses is absent from his followers' awareness that the testimony of witnesses is limited and ultimately only obliges the judge in his arbitration between two opponents or in his conviction or acquittal as two suspects, while the narrator's narration, reduced to twice or double it binds an uncountable number, that is the nation as a whole, an irreversible obligation by virtue of his apostolic and therefore divine supposed sources. So once is that hadith and that rule, that revelational rule, on the on behalf of the prophet is issued, can't reverse it. It's going to stay there forever. Uh, Quantitative negligence in the conditionality of a single report that he wants to obligate the nation in his spatio-temporal extension to is permissible and forbidden is compared to qualitative complacency. As Al-Shafi always liked to quote, deception is the brother of lying, and because adultery is more beloved to me than deceiving anyone. In other words, he's telling us that he's an honest guy. I wouldn't believe him. Nevertheless, we see it in the same book of the same chapter and in the same section that he declares a kind of acceptance of single narration, even if the suspicion of fraud surrounds it, saying, and for whom we have known to be a fabricator, he has exposed his narration weakness of hadith. And that weakness is not a lie to reject him, but we do not accept the fabricator's hadith until he verifies it by saying, I was told, or I was heard, or I heard by naming someone in it. Page 379, 380. In other words, even though this person's narration is suspicious, he could still bring somebody or slap somebody's name next to his hadith that is trusted among the Shafi'i and his peers, and they'll accept it. It's like saying verifying me, so that person will verify this suspicious character and his narration. In other words, giving them another chance. And in this negligence, Al-Shafi'i declares the acceptance of the single report, even if it is disconnected or transmitted. I mean, it doesn't go all the way up to the Prophet. And if he made some conditions for its acceptance, and if he accepted, he would say, because we can claim. This is the Shafi'i. This is Shafi'i's excuse for accepting this type of hadith, because we can claim that the argument is proven by it. The disconnected transmitted hadith is confirmed by the communicator. Page 646. There's always a way and around. If there's a will, there's a way. And as we saw, Shafi'i limits the quorum from the minimum witnesses from 2 to 1. And then from 1, he would accept suspicious character. And he'll just keep on going. And then he'll twist and turn everything he sees around him. Basically, he wants to get his. If you took the Prophet Muhammad out of the picture, and this was his personal belief without the revelation, no one would give him a second thought. But because he put Prophet Muhammad and revelation into the picture, no one would dare to say that's a lie. Because once you say that's a lie, it's a refuge. That's it. You call in. You're an infidel, basically. You're a heretic. You just call you call the Prophet Muhammad a liar, or so it's an insult. So he knew where to come from and how to play his game. Very smart person, very devious. So this is, like I said, every episode is just one bring one single small point, so we can understand it step by step. So I'm Qadi Tayyib. This is Quranomics, and we'll see you again in episode.